Good morning. I am in the Destin Harbor, and today I'm going to check out some more boats. The plan is to check out some of the boats in the canals. There are 3 canals here coming right off of the Destin Harbor, so I'm going to go down those canals. They're on the south side, see what we can find. If you're into boats, you're in the right place. Let's go. Welcome back, folks. This morning I am cruising some canals back in the Destin Harbor. I am in the easternmost canal, about to go down the 3rd and final finger of it, the northernmost finger of the canal. Seen a big old mullet jump right there. I'm sure you saw that too. It's a pretty nice property back here. But what we're really here to look at is the boats. It is a beautiful boat. Open bridge, big old light bar up there. And that is not a small boat. Big old Viking. Love it. All right. Coming in on a deck boat of some sort. Yamaha covered up. Not a very big one. Probably a 115 or something like that. Sweet little Crab Island ride. Get the family around. It is a beautiful morning out here. Got a little breeze. Water's clear. Pretty early in the morning right now, so not a whole lot of people awake. It's really relaxing cruising back here, checking these boats out. Looks like these next few docks don't really have much of anything on them. Looks like we got a couple of boats coming up here. They were kind of hidden away, tucked behind this big seawall. I'm assuming that's probably their swimming pool or something like that up there. Got a nice light. Come back at night and fish that. Green light underwater. All right. Now we're getting into some boats. That looks like a contender. It doesn't have any badging on it, but the all better it looks like. A pair of Yamaha 250s. Definitely looks like a contender though. Let's see. Yeah, I can see where contender logo used to be. All right, got an older boat here. Look at that, radar's in an interesting spot. Seems like you'd lose about half of your information. I guess you can see what's out in front of you though. Alright, different color for a pontoon boat, that dark green. That's not something you see a whole lot of. Looks like we got a small little Panga looking boat here. A little Evinrude 40 behind it. It'd be a fun little boat to knock around on. Got some jet skis. These people must be in the floating dock business. A nice sea hunt. Escape 27. That's a newer hull. Newer design of a hull. It's got a Yamaha 425 behind it. Some more dock lights here. I'm gonna have to keep this in mind. Come fishing back here at night. Old sailboat. Bird. right, making our way. We're almost to the back of this little cut. This is a rather small little section of the canal. And here we got us a Sea-Doo. Looks like based on the spacing on those outboards, a catamaran of some sort. I was correct. That's a big old catamaran. I don't know what hull that is, but it's a unique one. And a floating, I don't know what that's all about. I'm sure they're going to drag that out to Crab Island and be a vendor of some sort. All right, the last boat in the very back before we start checking out the other side of this canal is this Boston Whaler centered console. Sweet boat. I need to come back here and fish. This area looks really fishy. Anyways, the old 250 Outrage, 25-foot Boston Whaler. Got a pair of Mercury 225s behind it. All right, and we're coming up on a unit of a boat here. You can see it now, the Abigail. Don't know what hull that is, but there is a lot of it. Got a pair of radome radars up top. That is a gorgeous boat. Looks like that door there on the stern of the boat. I mean, it looks like a full-size door. That is just absolutely crazy. The tender's not on it right now. You can see the davit. I have no idea what length that boat is, but that is a gorgeous boat. That is not a small boat. I assure you that's more square footage than my house. More square footage than most Americans' houses, probably. Just look at that beast. I'd imagine you got to back that thing down here. It's 11.5 feet deep where I'm at, so it doesn't draft too much, but, well, I say not too much, that's a lot of water. Big pair of anchors on it, on the bow. That is just a wild boat. Very cool. I got a chaparral ski boat with an outboard on it. Ski boat, wakeboard boat, I guess whatever you're into. And then another one that is got a little radar arch on it. Looks a little less sporty, but looks like there might be a swimming pool or something going in here. They're definitely working on the dock. Another work boat. I reckon if I run out of fuel, I know where I can get more. I'm just kidding. Couple of wave runners. If I run out of fuel in this boat, I'm doing something wrong. Say, run all day on like 3 or 4 gallons. All right, got us a center console boat here. Looks like a Pathfinder from behind. A Yamaha 250. I was incorrect about it being a Pathfinder. It's a Key West. Nice boat. Couple of kayaks. You don't see a whole lot of sit inside kayaks out here on the saltwater. Most of them are sit on top kayaks, but obviously some people do have to sit inside ones. And a nice Boston Whaler, 285 Conquest Mercury outboards. Dual console. Pair of 250s, Verado. Pretty boat. Couple of kayaks. These are the sit-on tops. That's what I was just talking about. That's typically what you see around here. These sit-on tops. You can take them out to the beach. You're not going to fill them with water. They have scuppers in them, so they're self-bailing. You can roll them over, but you're not going to sink them. Alright, we're going to round this corner and see if there are any more boats to be seen. I mean, that is not a shabby piece of property there. Alright. Pretty sure that's it for the boats. About to make our way back out into the main part of the Destin Harbor. Looks like this house has a slip for a big boat, but it is unoccupied. I do want to show you this house though. One of the most unique houses in Destin. And there is a boat to be seen too at it. But yeah, that's a nice little cutout for a big boat right in there. But this house just beyond it leaves you scratching your head. Who designed it, who built it, who still owns it. Property's just worth an absolute fortune. And it's a bit of a castle, but not in the not in the way you would think of a house being a castle here on the harbor. But they do have a boat with an old school lift. The old 2-stroke 115 Yamaha. It's an old 1806 V Pathfinder, but look at this house. That is unique, to say the absolute least. I mean, I would rock it. I would sure enjoy that. And then have all of this out here. That would be pretty darn sweet. Beautiful view. Anyways, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you're interested in seeing more of it, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time.